Hi, DataMath welcomes you to explore a question that many companies have. Is working in a one-piece flow better than working in batches?
Many videos show that it is, and with a big benefit. But when you look at these movies, one thing is immediately visible. Typically, videos show jumping balls within the two flows. And what is not shown is how many people are working on each line, and moreover, how the flows behave financially. The thing that tricks is that in these videos, batch working has one operator and one piece flow have multiple operators. So, of course, in these videos, the truth is hidden. So, with help of simulation software and based on our experience, we will show you the truth about one-piece flow. In this model that is running at real speed, you can see that our operator has already started to work. This guy is a perfect example of the operator we all want. In this model, an operator will get a packed table and unpack it in the first stage. Each stage has a 10-second operator time to keep things simple. An unpacked module costs us 50 euros. It could be any currency, just to have some numbers. We assume that unpacking does not cost us anything again to keep things simple. We will handle 10 modules. So, as you can see, 10 times 50 euros means our working capital is at 500 euros since we had to buy the raw materials. Our operator will work in batches, meaning first unpack all modules, then mount something on the module, then do a quality check, and then pack it again. Before moving to each next working stage, the operator will handle all modules at one post, store them, and repeat the job until every module has been done. When the operator moves to the mounting station, each module will raise the working capital with 30 euros when mounted, meaning the unpacking time and the time for mounting does increase our costs. The semi-finished product will represent a realistic increase in our working capital to keep the numbers right. After mounting all the parts, the operator will do a final quality check. After a check has been completed, again, the work done will make our product rise in value. In this case, we chose an increase of 20 euros per module after it has been qualified. Meanwhile, you can see that we track time in minutes, so we can see how long all operations take. You can follow real time now, or you can speed up. To not trick anyone, we made this movie as real time as possible, so you can see for yourself and measure times for yourself to understand. When performing in batches, a couple of things can be noticed. We need some space to store our finished products on each step. In this model, between every step, we have a small rack to store the semi-finished products. You can imagine, the bigger the batch size, the bigger these in-between storage space is needed for. The advantage is that the operator does not move a lot and quickly has access to his tools. In the following seconds, we notice now that our working capital rises with the 30 euros as mentioned for each mounted product. In the following upcoming minutes, you can choose to follow real time. We continue commenting in minute 7 of this simulation, so feel free to fast forward to 7 minutes or stay and watch the process real time. As you can see, our products arrived at the quality check, and when they exit this stage, the value of the product will rise with 20 euro. It means that our subassembly, checked for and mounted, is more expensive, since operators have spent time, and time is to be paid for. Meanwhile, we can tell already the following. If you are considering the use of a one-piece flow model, there are some things to take into account first, meaning some questions you need to ask yourself. 1. Is your product a hot-running product? Meaning, when a product comes to stock, does it stay long into the stock, or is it sold quickly? If the answer is yes, then that is already a first step to consider to switch to one-piece flow. Want to know why? Then stay tuned. 2. Are your suppliers reliable, and can they deliver in a good rhythm? If yes, that is a second good sign that a one-piece flow model could be interesting. The reason why that is important will reveal itself in the second part of this movie. 3. What is often forgotten is that space, needed for safe working, is also to be paid for. Do the math and calculate how much every square meter costs. In this model, we did not take into account a floor space cost, but you should in the final calculation. 4. Variation. To consider to switch to a one-piece flow model, you need to have a very good control over the process. In a good operation environment, it is critical to have good standard operation procedures and well-trained people. If that is the case, then again, one-piece flow is one step closer for you to consider. 5. Does your process uphold the 5S principle? Now, this is an important key to work smarter. Not only if you consider a one-piece flow. However, for a one-piece flow process, working smarter, not harder, is an important thing to consider. Good. Our process is continuing. And what can we say right now? We were not able to sell anything yet since none of the finished products are available yet. Our working capital, money we needed to invest first, is not yet giving us anything in return. Now, once again, this is only a small simulation of an easy process, so you can imagine that a bigger business needs to invest a lot before earning something. Aha! Yes, we did it! We sold our first product and earned our first money. Time to party! We sell our products at double the cost, so one finished and checked product will be sold for 200 euros. This means we earned about 100 euros, and this will continue now. Numbers are what they are. It all depends on your real costs and gains. Our operator is really working hard here. Do not forget to show some respect and make sure the working environment is safe and healthy. Meanwhile, we want to take a small part of your time to promote our services. Nothing is more important than operations running at high efficiency. DataMath can help you with this. As a consultant, you can hire our services for shorter or longer periods. We can help to analyze your production, reveal inefficiency, and make your business work smarter, all from experience and knowledge. Want to learn more? Then feel free to follow us, since we will teach more interesting techniques. In the future, we will teach you, for example, more about a lean approach and why this is so popular in business, but also how and why artificial intelligence can help your business even more. For example, how to define a healthy lead time based on statistics with aid of statistical process control. Does it sound familiar? If not, then you can benefit from our experience, since we will bring all topics in a simple way. Oh yes, keep it simple is the good way to go. You can follow hour-long courses for lots and lots of money, have a Black Belt 6 Sigma, and still don't make anything work. Why? Simply because it needs practice, and it's like changing company culture, which can be a challenge. Right, our dear friend has almost finished the complete process now, and we can soon jump into the one-piece flow process so we can compare and see for ourselves what it can do for our business. First, the timing is an important thing to remember. Our friend that has worked hard will finish the complete process in 12.8 minutes. Will this be better? Is for sure a question to ask for since time is money. But, as the models will show, that could be disappointing. Most movies show a massive, faster process, but clearly forget some critical things. Anyway, stay tuned as the result will be interesting in other ways. Okay, now let's explain the one-piece flow approach. Our dear friend will restart the process, so meanwhile we explain once again what is happening live. In a one-piece flow approach, the operator will unpack, mount, check, and pack as in one sequence. For those who are still awake, you might notice something interesting. Yes, the buffer racks are not there. Why not? Simply because the operator goes directly to the next station. Another thing to notice is that our incoming goods are just in time. As explained, for a one-piece flow process, your supplier plays a very important role, as does your purchase department. Your customer does not want to pay for non-added value, in this case your raw material stock. Something to think about. Money at the bank is more profitable than money in your warehouse. Now, depending on the size of your product, it can very well be that the space you need is much smaller. We always use the limit way to think about something. Like, what if we had to do 1,000 products? Then the batch size approach will need lots of space. The one-piece flow approach does not. So, independent on timings, that is a first possible gain. Is that always the case? Probably not, but anyway, you need to check it on your process. Not to forget, do the math. What does a square meter cost to store or to work on? That is a hidden cost not shown by the model. We did not want to exaggerate, thus, yes, you can start calculating now. It's an extra. Meanwhile, we can see something interesting happening here in the one-piece flow model. Our operator is working for about 2 minutes, and we already sold our first product. Now, this is one of the big advantages. But remember, to benefit from that, your product must be a hot runner with large demand for it. But are we faster than the batch production? We have to wait for the process to end. In this model, it seems the operator is moving a lot more than on the batch flow model. That is not 100% always the case. This depends on the workstation setup and the actual tasks to do. But again, our goal is not to break down batch building, so in this case, we keep the stations apart. This can also be an extra benefit when building smaller modules. If you can do all jobs on the same station, both models would benefit. We saw one big advantage already. We gain our first money faster. Another big benefit not simulated for is the following. Let's assume all parts have an incoming defect or a wrong dimension. This is noticed at the mounting stage. In the batch flow model, that would be dramatic since all modules are already unpacked. In the one-piece flow model, we will notice early and have time to react. Again, your customer is not going to pay. For those who are quick on the uptake, we see a next benefit. Our working capital seems to remain low. This means I could run my business with less money on the bank, so to speak. Now, do not forget, you would need to have a very good control over your production, but yes, it is certainly possible. So, to summarize, we have no in-between rack space, we gained our first money fast, we would detect failures fast without the complete batches in production, our working capital remains low. But is this way of working faster? Let's see. You can follow real time, or you can fast forward to minute 22 where we will be back with comments. Our dear friend did a great job again. We should provide for a bonus or an extra day off. The model is coming to its end now, and very soon we will know the truth about One Piece Flow. Let me first thank you for following DataMath on its conquest to improve your business. For those who could not wait and clicked to see the end of this presentation, let me repeat the benefits that we saw in the One Piece Flow model. First, we gained our money faster. Second, we did not require in-between rack space, so we used less floor space. Third, quality issues have been spotted faster without our complete batch in our production. Fourth, our working capital remains low. Now let's motivate our operator and give him a big applause for his fantastic performance. We will await his last run, and then we will finally know if the One Piece Flow is really faster. As we can see, it will not be what other movies promised us. And that, my dear friends, is correct. And it is due to this wrong interpretation that many fail to implement One Piece Flow. But now that you know the truth, you are aware that many benefits are there for the taking. And even though we did not work harder, we still gained some time. So when we think in limits, meaning what if we produce 1,000 pieces, then this little added time means more income. We're done here, and we can see that our production took 11 minutes. So we are about 1.8 minutes faster, or 16%. The truth, yes, One Piece Flow under the right conditions can be a little bit faster. But, and that is crucial, the other benefits are far more interesting, and that, my friend, is a fact. During both runs, we monitored our revenue and working capital every 10 seconds, and we can see we have, in our case for the batch working flow, a working capital of about 625 euros on average. Our revenue came late, so we needed to invest a lot. As you can see, in the One Piece Flow model, our working capital on average is about 10 times lower just because we ran our business smarter. So it is up to you now to see if implementation is possible in your business. And keep in mind, your competitor will be gaining enough by doing business smarter. If your customers need to pay for non-added value in your business, chances are real that they will choose for competition.